think it's kind of crazy.
Y'all know Diddy ain't the only one that treated people like this, right?
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Hope everyone out there's having a good day. Y'all, we got a good one coming up today. Like always, y'all, we got some Krampus Christmas weirdness. We got a preacher making excuses for why he's got a private jet. And a lot more, y'all. Let's have some fun today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Why do you need a $54 million private jet?
We're not doing any kind of interviews right now. I'm in a book.
I just like to know why you need a keep your hands off me. Why are your people touching me like this?
Because you need to wait.
Let go of me.
She's gone. Boom. I could hear her holler. And I came back and said, what'd you do with her? He said, I made her outside edition.
This jokester is millionaire prosperity gospel preacher Jesse Duplantis. This humble preacher is worth an estimated $50 million. He lives in a 32,000 square foot home that is completely tax exempt due to the house being owned by his own ministry, Jesse Duplantis Ministries. And due to Section 501c of the Internal Revenue Code, megachurch owners have what is essentially a get out of tax free card. So people like Jesse can register all of their assets under the church's name and be completely exempt from having to pay any taxes on them. This tax exemption is what allows Jesse to be able to afford 3 private jets. And a common theme that you see with these preachers is that they defend their private jets by saying that they need the jets because they can't preach to as many people flying commercially. But flight records show that since 2006, Duplantis has logged 19 flights to Hawaii and 15 flights to Las Vegas. But in my opinion, the scummiest thing that he has done in his career was asking his followers for donations so that he could buy a brand new $54 million Falcon 7X private jet. He argues that he needs the jet so that he can fly anywhere in the world without stopping to spread the word of God. And he justified this expensive request by saying this.
I really believe that if Jesus was physically on the earth today, he wouldn't be riding a donkey.
Now think about how many people you can feed with $54 million. Think of the lives that can be saved with $54 million. And while all of his devout followers struggle to be financially stable, they can sleep easy knowing that their hard-earned money that they donated to the church was used to buy Jesse his 4th jet.
This is it right here. This is why I don't gamble. I'm just saying, I'm not. If you want to play 21 here. Let's put your cards here. And guess what? The table knows who got what. The card machine that's distributing the card gonna mix them around and that. Come on, man. I'm not stupid. Y'all can keep losing y'all money. But the house always wins.
This girl. You know, there's a reason why, especially in Vegas, free drinks. Hey, we got you. Free drinks. Thanks for coming. Free drinks. There's a reason. Trust me. I've gambled drunk and I've gambled sober. And when I was sober, I'd never been back again.
Something creepy in this video. After watching the video the next day, she noticed that the family driving in the car looked very strange. Do you think they look creepy?
Now I'm about to show y'all exactly how NPCs work, right? Here I am at this Wawa, right? Now mind you, Wawa got 2 sides. So on this side you see all these cars, right? All these cars. I'm gonna turn around so you can see all these cars, right? All these cars everywhere. I'm finna show y'all how NPCs work. And y'all don't think this stuff is for real, bro. There's like 50 million cars out here, right? Now there's another side of the Wawa as well that you can park all packed, bro. Everything is packed out here. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you exactly versus how many people. Hold on, let me see. Which lot I'm at? I'm about to show you. Y'all see all this traffic? And I'm telling you, it's bad traffic. Let's go and see. Look at this. Thank you.
I mean, you see that all the time at gas stations.
Do y'all see this? 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 This is how NPCs work. And I wish y'all would understand this. That's how exactly how they work. If you don't know, now you know. Because the last video, when I said something about NPCs, they were like, oh no, you just random. They're just random. There's nobody in this freaking store. Probably like 6 people compared to actually what's outside.
I feel like Santeria is the main reason why Mexico is so bad, fool. Personally. I feel like there's like so much witchcraft, fool. Have you guys ever seen the burial sites where they kill like so much different people?
Yeah.
And then you see all the different Santa Muertes that they have like right next to it? Fool, this is they're doing this all in the name of Satan.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some serious stuff. Fools be like, oh no, it's just like a statue. Fool, this is spiritual, fool.
So what you're saying, like, you don't respect the death?
I don't respect the Santa Muerte. Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no, fool. Them fools been trying to. Fool, the Santa Muerte community doesn't like 44 Vato, fool, but it's for good reason.
What about sleep
44 Vato.
paralysis? What is that?
Sleep paralysis. There's two different kinds of sleep paralysis. Right?
Because I at least in my lifetime, I've had more than 15. Promise you.
Right. Okay. Now, have you gone to the doctor and have you ever figured out if you have a medical reason why you have?
They always said it's like, oh, it's because you're a REM sleep, like psychological, right?
Okay.
Like that's the science reason.
The right. That's what
I've never seen anything.
Never seen nothing.
Never seen anything. I'm stuck.
You just stuck like someone's holding you, but you can't.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, in the medical science, the science part, there is sleep paralysis that you can't move. Now, this is all your cells and all in your body que se entumen, right? But then the other part is just tú tienes algo que recogiste.
Un muerte deja pasar. Oh, wow.
Hay gente que hasta grita, pero they can't even get the words out, but you know? And then there's people that are like, okay, these are the two questions, right? That I ask most people on a consulta.
I say
Now, I used to get, I guess, sleep paralysis when I was little at my first house, right? It was an older house. I didn't feel an actual hand on my head, but I would, like, when I would lay on my stomach, like my face would be in the pillow and I couldn't breathe. And I'd be trying to call out for my mom, right? But I couldn't pick my head up. I would like, so I used to deal with that. But once I moved out of that house, I never, I never experienced it again. Now, I didn't wake up scared. I didn't wake up nervous. I just would go back to bed. But I was small, y'all. I was probably like between 5 and 8 years old where I used to feel that. So I didn't know what was going on. And there's been times in my apartment where I used to live in Arizona, maybe one time where, I was laying on my side and I wasn't asleep yet. You know what I mean? I was probably in and out of sleep, but I felt an actual hand, boom, boom, because I don't sleep with a shirt on. Slap my back, my lower back, slapped it twice, and then I woke up. And then I woke up. That time I woke up scared.
attacks are real because they are, bro. This is how it starts. She went and said some things she
I don't know who
wasn't
this
supposed
is,
to
but
say.
all
And I
over
think them
TikTok.
people done got to it. When I say them people, you know who I'm talking about. Y'all can say y'all don't believe in these occultic people, but guess what? I do. You can't even say too much about them on TikTok.
We didn't come from Neanderthals. There's a missing link between the start or the appearance of Homo sapien and something before. There's a missing link there. Well, that missing link is real simple. You take a DNA out of a human being and give it to a scientist and saying, can you tell me if this DNA has been altered with CRISPR? CRISPR is a device, a technology that we have today that can splice DNA. You can take a gene out, you can put a gene in. You can alter DNA with CRISPR. When you do this, there is a distinctive mark in the DNA. So you know it's been altered by CRISPR. You take human DNA, give it to a scientist who uses CRISPR and saying, has this DNA been altered? They look at it, and in virtually a nanosecond, they go, yeah, it's been altered by CRISPR. No, it hasn't. It's a human DNA. It's my DNA. And they go, that's impossible. Exactly. So human DNA has been altered. We know this. Who could have altered it millions of years ago? Who? God? Or an extraterrestrial with advanced technology? Earth is a colony.
So the Roblox CEO wants to put a dating part in their game. And I know a lot of you adults don't know what Roblox is unless you pay for Robux for your kid. Roblox is a game for kids.
There's something really dark happening on Roblox, and no one really understands how deep it goes. Since speaking about this, I've had adults messaging me in my comments because they didn't even know that Roblox was a kid's game, and that alone should scare you. Also, anyone can become a developer on the game, and these developers are allowed to build entire worlds within it that loops with no ending, so your child is literally stuck in that loop, playing constantly with no break. Also, dotted around, there's strange symbolism which they pick up on. There are even rumours of them testing a dating feature within the app. Look at all this. Why would that feature even exist in a kid's game? Think about that. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
One time they opened up a sealed chamber in the ruins, and it was like hermetically sealed because it was buried, suddenly buried. They opened up the chamber, and they went inside, and they found a giant, like a 10-foot giant, seated at a table. He had been eating, and he died suddenly in that position. He was just sort of slouched over. And this gentleman told me, again, the excavations at Santa Anastasia, this gentleman told me that this giant was very well preserved because it was like sealed in there. And he and his wife or whoever was working with him at the time, they gently removed the body and they placed it in the church. And it was, we're talking 10-foot tall giant.
Can you imagine the adrenaline rush from walking in on that and seeing that?
Yeah, and we put all of this in our film. Me and Steve Quayle in our film. Which one was that? Holocaust of Giants. Yeah, the last film in the True Legend series. Yeah, those are some of the most amazing stories. And even though we published those films, and I've been talking about Sardinia for what, 8 years, it really is not getting the kind of attention that you would think it would get.
Y'all know Diddy ain't the only one that treated people like this, right? He ain't the only one. He's just being exposed.
So Kai Cenat is Diddy's son. Because at this point, that's what everybody is saying. Every chance they get. So they had the Streamer Awards tonight, and the person who was hosting it decided it would be funny to say that Kai was on a 50 Cent documentary about P. Diddy. This broad really said, that was you on the show, right? And not only that, she tried to play with his Streamer University too, saying it was the most uneducated university ever. Look at this shit.
Haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
So on a bigger stage, she decided to make those comments, knowing everybody is watching it and knowing how everybody feel about the Kai and Diddy shit. He better than me because I would have been like, "Hope, let me see that mic real quick." I'd have definitely told her about herself, and I don't even know who Shorty is. But he ain't tripping too much because you see he racked up his awards.
Yeah,
but I don't
real.
know, y'all. At this point,
It's all scripted,
this man
y'all.
might
They
as
know
well
what they're
go
doing.
get a DNA test or show your real pop.
What's that? That's Marv King?
You see these two? Diddy and Jay-Z, right? There is a meeting, y'all, a secret meeting going down between all the hip hop big dogs, right? Jermaine Dupri, the dude from Houston, Prince, Suge Knight. On the East Coast, I forgot who it was on the East. It wasn't Diddy and them. All the big dogs, right? From all the regions, from all the Midwest, the South, the West, the East, right? In hip hop. And they were going to do something where it was kind of going to be like a union, right? We were going to, pay for our own publishing. We were going to get them benefits when they're done rapping, like insurance and all these things, right? A little retirement. These two weasels right here, they went and told the big dogs that really run the show, shut it down. And look who's together. Look who's together. Jay-Z and Diddy. We see what happened to Diddy, right? The machine was done with them, but Jay-Z's day's coming. But their careers took off like that, while all those others, Suge Knight, Jermaine Dupri, they went down or stayed. They're like sellouts, right? All they sold their people out. They sold their coworkers out so they can go to the top. It's crazy.
Marvelous.
Riding in that Rolls Royce.
How much in total do you pay tax?
Sellouts.
Supposedly.
Probably 50%.
Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, of course.
Jocko,
Okay,
if
you're
anybody's
paying
wondering.
half your money. So you're working 6 months of the year for free. For what? No safety, no amazing education, no proper healthcare, and no lifestyle. Why are you doing that? You got a tree. You can move. And Daniel moved because that's the talk I gave him. I was like, why are you staying there? Why be somewhere you are tolerated when you can be celebrated? Why are you wasting so much energy worrying about all this nonsense that you cannot worry about anymore? race issues and taxes and safety and so on, so when you can just have all the energy back in you and then they can just perform. Because the level of hustle you have, it's phenomenal. Imagine that hustle, but with no restrictions. Imagine the level of growth you're going to have in a much shorter span of time.
I even heard people say, well, if it is a portal to hell, tell me when it's happy hour so we can go.
It started at Herman & Sons. 2023 was maybe 50, 60 people. In 2024, we brought 10,000. It really feels right to have a Krampus parade in King William. If there's any place that could host it, it would be King William. And if there's any organization that could host it within King William, it would be the Beethoven Manor Corps. This is unlike any parade we have in San Antonio. This is a nighttime, spooky, ambient, high-energy parade.
My relationship with Krampus is very limited. Growing up in South Texas, I know about Goat Man.
It is unfortunate that we in the West have not heard about this for centuries. It is part of a culture. It is centuries old. This is not something that's just made up. I had some friends tell me, it sounds made up. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
We want to have a good time because one of the concepts that we have in Beethoven and in German culture is the concept of Gemütlichkeit, which is loosely translated as good hospitality.
I don't know if you would call it a controversy. Perhaps we could just call it excitement.
I don't know about that, y'all.
Y'all look at this. So the drinks don't work unless you scan this barcode, right? And then it's gonna give you 18 seconds. Here, watch. What? Oh my God, I'm spilling. They are done with you stealing drinks.
Apple saying the same thing for 17 years straight.
GS, because this is the most powerful, fastest iPhone we've ever made. iPhone 4. This is, beyond a doubt, the most precise thing, one of the most beautiful things we've ever made. iPhone 5. It is the most beautiful product we have ever made, bar none. This is iPhone 5S, beautiful phone ever made. The iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus, they are without a doubt the best iPhones we've ever done. Introducing the iPhone 6S and the iPhone 6S Plus. The iPhones you are about to see are the most advanced iPhones
Same
ever.
thing
This
over and over.
is iPhone 7.
Accent, blah, blah, blah,
It's the
blah,
best
blah.
iPhone that we have ever created. It's iPhone 10s. It is the most advanced iPhone we've ever created. The iPhone 11 Pro, and these are the most powerful and most advanced iPhones that we have ever built. This is iPhone 12 Pro, the largest display we've
Is
ever
anyone
shipped
buying
in an
this still?
iPhone.
Like,
iPhone 13 Pro, these are the best iPhones we've ever created. iPhone 14 Pro
best
and
iPhones
iPhone 14
ever.
Pro Max, the best iPhones we've ever created. And iPhone 15 Pro, these are the best and most capable iPhones we've ever made. And iPhone 16 Pro, the most advanced iPhone we've ever made. These iPhone 17 Pro models are the most advanced Pro models we've ever created.
innovation at Apple died with Steve Jobs, sadly.
So I'm sure it's already been forgotten about at this point, but do y'all remember the Hulu documentary about the Nickelodeon show and how there was obviously a lot of fetishes going on in the show, and then obviously Drake Bell getting assaulted, all those things, Amanda Bynes. There was a guy in that documentary, he had maybe like 10 minutes of airtime on the show of the documentary, and he was saying that the director that was hurting Drake Bell brought him into a studio and was boastful and showing him his painting of John Wayne Gacy and how he thought it was weird. And John Wayne Gacy even personally signed this painting, and he called him a friend. And the guy was like, so I thought that was a red flag, super weird. Well, if you look at the Epstein files that were just newly put out to the public of the dentist room, if you look above the door, there is a face, like a clown mask, and then beside that clown mask is the face of John Wayne Gacy. I'll put it in the comments. And it's just something that I just happened to notice. And then there's obviously going around the Epstein Island splatter, or the Nickelodeon splatter, it looks like the Epstein Island. Like, and then they're going to call you crazy and say that you're a conspiracy theorist, because they are actually paid conspiracy theorists out there to make up crazy conspiracies so that anyone that comes up or points something out, they're automatically called a conspiracy theorist and debunked almost automatically. Because the mind games that are going on in this world are out of control. I think it's time we open our eyes. Stop idol worshiping. Stop it. And then it's also like we all just forgot about the Balenciaga mess. Okay, because They had a campaign ad where there was a briefcase, and the papers coming out of the briefcase were about legalizing virtual child pornography. And then they had children holding bears that were dressed in bondage with caution tape in the kids' bedrooms that misspelled Balenciaga, B-A-A-L, for ball. Okay? But I'm crazy. I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. Cardi B is doing ads, campaign ads, on a playground, half naked. And what's up with the face, the scratched up face? It is on Ben Stiller's paintings in his home. It's on Ellen DeGeneres' sweatshirt. It's on Jay-Z's t-shirt. You really expect me to believe that these celebrities aren't involved in this and they don't know what's going on? Oh, and look at the art of Jamie Lee Curtis. Look at the art that is displayed in her home while we're at it. You can't tell me these celebrities don't know nothing. You just can't.
Had people who I know are in the know, and I've mentioned this before, and one of them told me the truth is indigestible. It's not something that we would be able to fully grasp or entertain, and that it's like, it would be like telling somebody something that they can't do anything about, and they don't know what the repercussions of that would be. It's so great. It's so world changing and transformational, and maybe not in a good way, so.
I mean, what could be so jarring? What could be so disruptive? I mean, bless you. Like the idea that we're being visited by another advanced intelligence that's more advanced than us. I mean, do you think, or is it something else?
I think it's much deeper than.
But I'm at one party, and bro, when it's a party like at one of these condos, bathroom space is limited. So I'm trying to find some place to use a washroom. So I'm opening up doors. I open up one door, and it's a goat head, like on a stake, with like candles around it. You can see the blood was dripping down, and I'm looking like, what is this doing in here? And then I had to think about it. I said, oh,
a goat head Baphomet.
So now look. Whenever you watch these award shows, you all see them doing like this.
Yeah, Alicia Keys famously recently.
Bro, like, why are they doing that?
In fact, I want us to explore this a bit because I've been curious. So I've had this curiosity as soon as internet became a thing in Kenya, where it's like maybe 16 years ago, 2009. I just finished high school.
Okay.
And of course, you start noticing things in music and the music industry. We're talking about All Seeing Eye.
For sure.
Put that on the screen. Baphomet. People doing side handshake.
For sure.
So it's above, all is below.
Because I ain't never did this before.
Why would you pose like this for a picture?
For what?
Is it just me, or does anybody else sometimes wonder now as an adult why they didn't teach us how to grow food in school, why they didn't teach us how to do taxes in school, why they didn't teach us how to build houses or, be handyman in school?
I appreciate everybody who decided to vote for me for this award. One thing I wanted to say to you guys tonight is I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health. I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, turn to anime, Death Note, Naruto, recently since I've been gone. And I just been able to, find happiness within that.
I have in my lifetime made 10 gardens, and wherever I go, I plant two things for sure. Rosemary and southernwood. Rosemary is one of my most favorite herbs. My children are sarcastic. They say I cure everything with it. But they have had very serious injuries, and merely bathing with rosemary has totally healed them. If every hospital had its garden growing these plants, instead of their shelves and shelves of chemical medicines, there'd be so much less pain in the world and success.
Got the COVID shot, metal sticks to your arm. Babe, I'm scared. No, that's gotta be cap, right? Because I didn't take the shot, so let's just check. Never mind. That might not be cap.
We have video games. One is called No Man's Sky, created by like 14 college kids. It has 80 quadrillion planets, unlimited numbers of life forms as they travel throughout this game. There's a universe on one DVD. Now, what happens if you put AI on that software? Then those beings become conscious and those animals become conscious. Another game that exists is The Sims. The Sims are people that have jobs, go to work, have babies, go to parties, hang out, and all this kind of stuff. That's the video game. They're talking about putting AI into The Sims. They're going to become conscious. Now, what happens in The Sims and this other game, No Man's Sky, when these people become conscious from the AI and then write their own programs inside the program and create another conscious universe and another one and another one?
This ain't flowers, y'all. This is chess. And 50 Cent just exposed the first move. 50 Cent ain't posting this for jokes. He posting this to show this was a message sent to him by P. Diddy. It was a warning wrapped in flowers. 50 Cent is a smart man, y'all. He know what he doing. He made this shit public to let y'all know. Think about it, y'all. Why would P. Diddy send 50 Cent flowers? He did this after he dropped the Lord.
Is about
Just
gone.
go to the store and buy
And
some
I'm
more.
telling you,
That's scary.
and what does
It's not
Revelation?
scary, but
No, what does Revelation say? What's going to happen when it dries up? The angels who are what buried at the in the
just say
Euphrates,
it. Yeah,
are going to come out.
Well, and there's accounts of people saying that they're hearing things.
Dude, I'm telling you.
All right, for everybody thinks it's AI, this ain't AI. Right here, right now. It's not lit up right now, but as you can see, it's off the side of the road on Highway 62, Josh Tree, California.
Only in California, right?
It's actually the highways over here. As you can see, the statue is out here in the desert. Other people showing up. Let's go take a walk around the backside of it. You guys can see what it looks like.
Did this just pop up one day or what? What is this thing? It don't look holy, I'll tell you that.
Pretty creepy.
Looks like, what's that movie called?
Yeah, definitely.
Think of the movie, y'all.
Definitely.
Football on the bus. Jeepers Creepers. They have them nailed on the wall. Damn, it's smoking. What the heck? Watch it.
Anyways, just want to show everyone. It's not a scam. It's not a hoax. It's not AI. It's real.
The missing Mexican model that warned us about cannibalism. So you've probably seen that viral video of a Mexican model screaming, claiming that she's seen people eating people, right? Well guys, this is way darker than it is. Part 1. The Incident. Back in 2009, a woman identified as Gabriela Rico Jimenez ran into a luxury hotel in Monterrey, Mexico, freaking out. She claimed that certain people were doing horrible things behind closed doors. Now, this line is what went viral. She claimed, "Se comieron a una persona," they ate a person, which absolutely horrified the internet. She looked terrified, like if she had seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. Part 2. The Theories. The video was buried for years until it popped out again in 2024, and people freaked out because they claimed that she exposed elite cannibalism like secret cult parties and other secret societies. The creepy part is that no one could confirm what happened to her after that day. Some people believe that she vanished, others think she went into custody, and others think she just disappeared from the face of the earth, which is suspicious, right? Till this day, there's nothing about her. You can't find her anywhere. What do you guys think?
So, I still would have been a part of the fucking circus, bro.
What is the circus?
I mean,
That's the circus. That's why he's out the league.
along with the act.
Break it down, cause okay. You got into that, yeah.
All right, what's the? I can just tell you, the circus. Only looking up shit that's on Instagram that they feed to you. That's the circus. Where it's like, oh, Black history, you learn something about Black history, and it's like, oh, I'm about to look this up now. That's the Matrix. Instead of you going and looking up, like, all right, if I'm into cameras, I want to know who made Sony, and I want to know how did he make his money, and who was his family, and what school did he go to, and what was his interest in making camera, what triggered him to make that camera, instead of you seeing it online, like, oh, a Black man made a camera.
They gave him a big ass deal with Adidas, $1 million for $1 million per year. They made him switch his number to number one because they was telling him he was gonna be the one because they thought he was gonna stay on their side and rock the elites. Talking about D Rose, they sent him to the Chicago Bulls because the elites worship the bull. Actually, they even worship the bull valleys. You see what I'm saying?
I would eat a human.
See, they probably kind of like tell him, you don't want to be part of the club and you want to leave with some dignity, with some money in your pocket. Injuries. Fake these injuries. If you come out and start exposing everything, you're going to be like that woman that was on the earlier clip walking around the street naked, or like Martin when he was walking around the street saying they're trying to kill me. We're going to do that to you. But if you leave calmly, right? Put your hands up and get some injuries. Knee problem, knee problem, knee problem. You'll get out with some money in your pocket and a little dignity. You'll be able to sleep good at night, right? That's probably how they play him, y'all. And they feed it to us as he's just injury prone. You know, that's what I always thought of Derrick Rose. Like, man, all that potential, he's just injury prone. But the real story is he just wasn't following the script. He read the script. He didn't like the script. He didn't like what it stood for. And he stood on his principles. And he slowly left the NBA. All that talent, y'all. Derrick Rose was a bad dude. Y'all, I used to try to play like Derrick Rose, going in the lane, laying up all crazy. And I used to try to play like him. Like, that's how bad he was back in the day. Hard in the paint.
If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like a tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
you wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
If the person okayed it.
I would eat a human.
When someone shows you exactly what they are, you believe them. We've got this clip and we've all seen the social media posts by this said person, and they are disturbing and very worrying. This person is clearly signifying and showing us exactly what they are, and the reason why they do it so comfortably is because they know that people will just pass it off as humour, choose to ignore it, and carry on idolising and thinking these people are great and continue to put them on pedestals. If people actually took the time to look into these things and started boycotting and ignoring these people who crave so much clout and attention and fame, then they would literally become irrelevant and go away.
There were pictures that TMZ circulated, supposedly of Prince riding a bicycle and waiting outside of a Walgreens.
I'm surprised you asked me that. I mean, this is for the people. That was after he came back from Atlanta. Day before he died, outside the compound. And you didn't see no crowds around the motherfucker? Hey, Prince. Then who in the fuck is TMZ?
They're owned by Time Warner.
And who in the fuck is Time Warner?
His old record company.
Huh?
His old record company.
Okay. Case closed. It's a game. We even investigated the fucking mayor. The mayor of that little town said he ain't never met Prince. Okay? Oh? Okay. It's a game, man.
So, I mean, last thing on that, I know Tavis Smiley after Prince.
Huh?
After Prince passed, Tavis Smiley said that he introduced you to Prince and that you had talked.
He introduced him to a show I did. I've never met Prince.
Okay.
I don't hang out with entertainers, no athletes.
Okay. So he saw when you did the State of the Black Union
Yeah.
address and talked about the chemtrails. You turned him on to something.
Truth don't have to be validated by ignorance. I don't have to be validated, especially by an entertainer.
Yo, this clip of Bob Saget from Full House did not age well, and it's given a glimpse into just how creepy he was back then.
Derek's taking it pretty hard, huh? I don't know about that, but his father sure is a mess. Well, I hope Michelle's feeling a little better. Oh, man, it's all my fault. Put so much pressure on her, she didn't know whether she was coming or going. When she started, she was just a happy-go-lucky kid. And then I got a hold of her, and I worked her, and I drilled her, until there was nothing left but just an overworked, over-drilled little hunk of overworked, over-drilled. Danny, don't get your shorts in a knot. Joey, I'm upset. Well, I mean, your shorts are really in a knot.
Rubber doll, not even plastic. Like a test dummy, it looked like a porn doll. It was just missing the stuff. Sure. You know, all those things. You ever done that? You ever been with one of those things?
Well, not one that I would hold that would mimic a 4-year-old, but yeah.
Good save.
So he had this serious gambling, and then his father gets murdered. And there was always speculation if one had something to do with the other. From what you know.
Again, I don't have firsthand knowledge of this, but being that I was working with the NBA at that time, I was told two things. One, that he was told to leave the NBA around the time that his father got murdered because stories were about to come out, and there was a lot of heat on the fact that because of Michael's gambling habit, his father paid the price. And the NBA didn't want the press, so they asked him to leave for a while. That's when he went to play baseball. And then when things settled down, he came back. The plan was always, from what I was told, for him to come back. Now, again, I heard this from a source I believe was pretty knowledgeable, somebody I knew pretty well inside the NBA. So for me, it's secondhand information, but I thought it was reliable. And then putting it all together, knowing that, you know, Michael did have this gambling issue, that is very possible that could happen.
Kansas City residents are terrified after this sighting.
Is that a moth?
A moth?
According to the uploader, this was claimed to be the largest living moth ever recorded, spotted near a Kansas City street just after midnight. But as the camera pans toward the building, viewers immediately point out what doesn't add up. The shape has knees, a human-like silhouette, and a height that no known moth species could match. Some commenters call it straight up impossible. Others say it resembles the legendary Mothman, a creature rumored to appear before tragedy. A few insist it's a demon, pointing out the rigid posture and the way the shadow seems independent of any visible wings. Skeptics argue it's just a distorted shadow from a sign or sculpture, but the movement, slow, deliberate, and strangely upright, has left even them second-guessing. If this wasn't a moth, then what exactly was standing there watching the street?
Is that a moth?
We need to talk about this video, which was posted to astronauts. They put it on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. They're literally in space, guys. I'm going to play the full-blown video for you now. Let me know if you notice what I'm noticing.
So this is our last time in the cupola. Yep. And I don't want to cry because the Earth is so beautiful. Oh, I'm already there. It's been a real pleasure to go to space with you. Me too. Yeah. Just like getting to see something that so few people get to see, which is so lovely. Oh my God, it is stunning. It's just so beautiful.
Crazy clouds, y'all.
I'll be home soon.
All right, guys, I literally am in space right now, too. It looks pretty real, right? Wow, it's gorgeous. Woohoo! Space with a fisheye lens and CGI. Boom, bang, bang. When you wake up to the deception that is space and NASA, which literally means to deceive, a lot of things, you know, unlock in your consciousness. Because if that is being fibbed about, you can imagine what else is a complete lie. In fact, some call it the greatest lie of all lies, because it would hide the existence of, it does a really good job of hiding the existence of God, and making you think you're this insignificant speck hurtling on a rock through space in a bajillion miles an hour, twisting and twirling through the cosmos. We gotta snap out of it, man. We only got a few years till 2030 when they plan to enslave this freaking ball or dome or sphere or flat plane. Come on.
Hip-hop was a CIA operation from the inception, even in the 80s.
CIA financed 80s hip-hop. For John Homestead, a retired CIA agent, has admitted this week on national Russian television that the CIA was behind the creation of the 1980s hip-hop scene and financed major hip-hop acts, including NWA, African Bambaataa, and Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. God damn. African Bambaataa, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five. The CIA was there from day one. Them your day one niggas.
The time spent big money. This is serious money. This is in quotations. On this covert operation destined to further the vision and corruption of the American to nihilist, anti-establishment, and anti-American ideologies.
Stop. They trying to get anti-establishment and anti-American activities. When Crazy Bone read it, the dude said, well, where's Brand New Meat? Where's Latifah? Where's Public Enemy? Where's all of that shit? But they also work to get you to believe anti-establishment. They're just step one before you get to gangster rap. But they
Why would they not infiltrate?
Yeah, it's deep, y'all. It's deep. The prisons are all involved. The crack epidemic, the gun violence in minority neighborhoods, the gangs. I mean, the creator of hip hop, African Bambaataa, go do your research on that guy. He's a well-known PDF file. Many people have come out talking about him, and that's the origins. That's who created it. Gangs, certain gangs that were created. Like you go look at the origins of the creator. The creators of these things that spread like wildfire. Hip hop spread like wildfire throughout the world now. It's bigger in other countries than it is here in America now. It's bigger out in China and places like that. But the origins of it, what came from that? The violence, the death, the drugs, just think about, and it all came from hip hop, and it came from CIA paying guys or CIA infiltrating groups. There's a video of Crazy Bones saying about one of their first albums when they were like in hell kind of, and they had, flames and skulls everywhere. He's like, we didn't know what that was. Do I believe him? I don't know. This is just what he said. He's like, I don't know what that wasn't our idea. That was the artist, that was the record label saying, put this on this, on that. And that's what he was saying. But I don't know, because the things they were rapping were matching that. So I don't know.
Just COINTELPRO, Black Panthers, after they shut down all the civil rights movements, all the American Indian movements, all the feminist, all them other movements that was going at the same time, you think it was done? COINTELPRO was over? No.
Why is nobody talking about what the sphere looked like on the outside? On the inside, quite demonic. It's like you're trapped in hell. Every single one of these chains is built by a singular demon, which means everybody in this crowd is surrounded by millions of demons. I wonder how many legions are here. They are putting the truth right in front of your eyes and people aren't even paying attention. This is what people were walking into. This looks like the firmament shattering. Where's Hillary Clinton when you need her?
We put a lot of cracks in the highest, hardest glass ceiling.
I could only imagine what we'd be letting in if she was speaking literally. Anyways, what happens next I find quite interesting. The firmament breaks, it shatters, the doors of hell open, and what enters in? The fallen angels. We see a lot of the symbolism happening with hip-hop, R&B, rap, metal, rock, but not much country, but maybe that's what we get for integrating them into country, if you get what I'm saying. This concert at the Sphere had tons of demonic symbolism in it, and in fact, there were times where I literally felt like I was in an episode of Stranger Things. This part specifically being the main one. If you can find this video of the Sphere online, you guys go watch it and come back to my comment section and you tell me what you think that.
3, 2, 1. Whoa. The hell? What is this place? Hello? 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 How far does it go?
creepy that would be in real life.
I do, rituals, but that's not a negative thing.
They wrung the blood out, half filled 4 glasses with cobra blood. Drinking the cobra blood is called becoming brother to the snake.
It would be all. I don't feel like I do look that young, but if I did, it would be all.
We kind of signed our life away to each other, and legally, and with blood, that there's no possible way anybody can separate or walk away from.
I know there's going to be so many quick to defend them, like, oh, it's only a joke, it's said in jest. In what situation is that ever funny, to make jokes about things like these, when they have literally happened? But when you really peel the layers back, and you go down the rabbit hole, you'll realise that they literally have to tell you these things, because they believe if they don't tell you, then there's karmic retribution involved. But by telling you and passing it off just as comedy or whatnot, they believe they won't receive any karmic retribution for these actions.
Okay, people. I just came out of Home Depot, bought some stuff. My change was $10.51. They rounded it down. The girl tried to give me $10.50. I asked where my penny was, because that's my money. She said, we don't have pennies. We round it down. I said, nope, you either take this stuff back or you go get your manager. I want my money. Corporate's not keeping their customers' money. You want to round? You round up. Manager came over and she said,
Old school.
we don't have pennies, sir. I was like,
Give me a
well, then
nickel.
you're going to give me a nickel.
Yep.
And she looked at me. I was like, nope, that's my money. You don't keep my money. That's stealing from me. So she said, give him the money. Give him a nickel. Don't argue with him.
Love it.
So I made him give me my nickel. So you either give me a penny or you round up. There's hundreds of millions of pennies still out on the market. There's no excuse for this.
Got a
They
lot of them.
just stopped making them. People, don't let them keep your money. It's yours.
You know, I was in the drive-through. I know. I was in the drive-through recently, right? And it said, give exact change, like if it's 1051, like him, right? Give them 1051. Don't give them 1060. So they're kind of. I was like, damn. Like it made me think, like they're forcing us, because who has exact change nowadays, right? I got a 20. Here's a 20, right? No one carries change like that no more. I got some in my car, like loose change, but I was like, damn, they're getting rid of this money. It's easy to see. It might not be 10 in our, next 10 years, but in the next 10, 15 years, it's like cash is going to be gone. And they're going to have all the power, y'all. They're going to have all the power, because all they got to do is so-called, Bank of America got hacked. You can't withdraw money. You can't do this. Or if it hits a fan, boop, hit that freeze button. Nobody's going to be able to get money out by the push of a button, y'all. Right? By the push of a button. And I was saying, like, it's kind of like these people are sucking us dry. They're raising these prices through the roof. They're starting to get rid of cash. So, like, maybe the end is coming and they know it. And they're milking us with this inflation, crazier than it's ever been, milking us with that, taking away our cash. And when it's time for them to hit that eject button, off these underground tunnels that people are saying trillions of dollars have been going, our tax money is paying for that. But we're not invited when it hits the fan, y'all. We're not invited. All fighting over politicians, fighting over these wars, fighting over who's here illegally, fighting over all this nonsense while we're paying for their underground tunnels, y'all. How crazy is that? And when it hits the fan, we're left here with lint in our pocket and nowhere to go. And they're living the life. They got away with it. They're like, look at these idiots. Look at them. They're laughing at us, watching us on the underground on their big screen. It's a damn shame, y'all. We're being played.
I got you. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. Are we okay? What happened? He just had that.
It's crazy.
One time I walked into like Walmart or Target or something like that, and I looked up and I was like, "This is really just a warehouse." Like they put all these different things
That's
in here,
that
but like when it's all
shit.
gone, you're like, "Oh, it's literally just a warehouse." Like when you look at the ceiling, you see all the things. You know what I'm talking about? I just think that's so crazy. Like it's not a room like this.
I love it. Wait, Jake, do you think the moon landing actually happened?
I do actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's easy to get sucked into like the conspiracy things online, but you have to remember that the government was spending 1% of the GDP to get there.
So why have we not been on the moon since?
Because we're not spending 1% of the GDP.
Elon Musk has almost trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
So why can't he spend it if you have SpaceX and shit?
So like 1% of the GDP would probably be like, I don't know what the math would be, but it's probably like $5 to $10 trillion that they were spending
Just to get on the moon
every year.
Wow.
Elon doesn't have that.
But hold on. What is that though? Because think about it. What do we owe the money to? We just print money.
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, then it's inflation and the dollar, like it's all tweaked out.
The inflation and the dollar's already going up and shit anyway.
Yeah, but I don't think you don't just like fuck it off more.
I get it.
Do you think we went to the moon?
Honestly, no. I think it was like a bit of a Photoshop.
I don't think we've been in space.
No, we've been. Come on, bro. Are you fucking retarded?
Go to Google and type in the Earth. It's all fake pictures.
Type in the Earth.
Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
He is a little bit. It's my
Yeah,
brother right here.
fellow Mazal.
Yeah.
Mazal. Shalom.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah.
Isn't it Friday? Shouldn't we not be on our
Oh
phone?
my God, you're right. Well, no, it's
Are we
Saturday.
observing?
No,
Douchebags, y'all.
Saturday.
Funny though. Funny. It made me laugh. I don't get this, y'all. I don't know. But it's coming to a town near you. There's a guy across the street that's got like 3 of them in his yard. I don't like the guy for some reason. I kind of see why. He don't like me and I don't like him. I didn't even do nothing wrong to the damn dude. He just don't like me. I wonder why. It's so crazy, y'all. It's so crazy. Like, I'll go on a little rant right now with you guys for a little bit, real quick.
What? Are you being scammed?
We're gonna see if the bank will let me take out $50,000 of my own money.
You have probably
It's a
had
big
to maybe
no.
go to a different branch to see they have it. The maximum I can give you right now is 10,000.
What about 30?
Let me check in the back.
Yeah.
I can give you 20.
It's crazy because other people were taking out money too, so I know they have 50,000 in there. Location number 2. I was looking to do a withdrawal. 50,000.
What? Are you serious in cash?
Yeah.
Why do you? Okay, first of all, why do you need that much in cash? Are you being scammed? Why do you need that in cash?
It's a gift for my brother's birthday.
But why can't you give him a cashier's check? He could put it in his bank and it'll be available the next day.
It's just that I would rather give it to him in cash.
Kind of clean us out.
Yeah.
Let me just run it by my manager. So you're trying to get to 50,000. You took out 20 already. You need another 30. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
So 50 is your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to 3 different banks. They won't let you get a hold of your money. They take your money and put it elsewhere and give it to other people, bro.
What he has seen with his own.
I mean, it's annoying, y'all. Like I bought my Forerunner cash, right? So I went to take out a certain amount of money cash and they didn't want to give it to me. Same thing right here. You know, the branch manager came out and talked. First, the lady came, talked to her. Let me go talk to the manager. Came back, you know, why do you asking me questions? Why? And this guy answered too much. To me, it's none of your business why I need this money, right? This is my money. I want my money. This is mine. So, I mean, it makes sense not to keep your money in a bank. It's not like you're making interest on it in a bank, right? You're not making nothing on it. They're just holding it for you. But when you need to go get a big amount like that, they're not going to give it to you, you know? So it makes me kind of want to, you know, maybe put my cash somewhere else or put it in a high yield savings account. Maybe just keep enough for the bills over here or something. I don't know, but it's it's a headache when you try to go get a good amount of money out, y'all. It's a headache. And it pisses you off because you realize, like, when that day comes, like I said, they hit that pause button, they don't got nothing for you.
2 miles down under ice are hieroglyphs that archaeologists that he was in, that was the mission.
The wind outside her cabin howled like some.
And don't think my 4Runner, I'm not trying to flex on you guys, that I bought it cash was $60,000. No, it's a 2007 4Runner, so it wasn't a lot of money, y'all.
Something alive.
Not
But
trying to
inside,
flex.
the room was painfully quiet. Linda Moulton Howe sat before the camera, her frail hands folded, her eyes sharper than they had been in years. The world had waited decades for her final word, but no one expected what she was about to say. She inhaled, slow and thin, as if pulling air up from memories buried far beneath the ice. She said she didn't have long now. Doctors had told her to rest, to conserve energy, to accept the inevitable. But she said she couldn't leave this world with the truth still sealed in her chest. She leaned closer to the lens. She said that all the hints she gave over 40 years, all the whispers, all the implications, they were nothing compared to what she had really seen. She said it was time to tell the story straight, without codes, without evasions, without fear. She said it began in 1995, long before the public whispers about secret Antarctic structures, long before internet maps blurred out strange hexagonal shapes on the ice. She had been invited, ordered really, to join a classified scientific team traveling south under strict non-disclosure agreements. She said the invitation didn't ask, it informed. She was chosen because of her investigative reputation, because they wanted someone who knew how to document the impossible. They told her she would not be allowed to ask questions. They told her she would see things humans weren't meant to see yet. She remembered stepping off the military transport plane into a wall of punishing white. The Antarctic air felt like a blade. The soldiers moved fast, ushering her into a tracked vehicle with windows blacked out. The engines roared as they took her miles away from the public stations. She remembered the moment she realized they were driving underground. The vehicle tilted downward, metal doors screeching open into a tunnel glowing with harsh artificial lights. She saw the scale of the operation, hundreds of personnel, none wearing insignias. They brought her to a steel-decked command center built inside the ice itself. On the central screen was an image that made her heart lurch. A perfect geometric triangle buried 3 miles below the surface, impossible and enormous. The commander told her they had found the structure by accident. A satellite had caught a magnetic pulse, and ice-penetrating radar had revealed the outline. He said it wasn't natural, and it wasn't man-made. Not by any civilization known in history. She asked if it could be an ancient human site, swallowed by the ice. The commander only stared at her, cold and silent, before telling her she would soon understand why that was impossible. She described the elevator they used, a reinforced freight platform.
Do they even make shows about a man loving a girl anymore? Like, I can't find a show on any platform where the characters are just not gay.
I mean, I don't know what kind of shows you're watching, but I didn't know he was going to take it there. But I was thinking he was going to take it to where there's never shows where the husband and wife are like happy together, like in love. It's either they're or movies. It's either they're divorced, unless you're watching like Hallmark or Lifetime. There's where you get the love and the happiness, right? That's what my mom watches. But like I'm watching some Paramount, like Landman, right? Him and his girl are dysfunctional. What else? King of Kingstown. He's with nobody. There's no. I don't think there's any. There's one, right? But the husband died in the first series, in the first season, so she's a widow now. I mean, Tulsa King, dysfunction. Like it's just every show is just unhappy couples, and that's what they're feeding to the people. We need to wake up, y'all. We need to wake up as a society. But anyways, that's it for today's video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know what to do. If you made it this far, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We've been growing, y'all. It's such a trip. Like, I put a video out like last week, y'all. 123,000 views. I was like, I would always say, like, I have yet to put out a video that kind of broke the algorithm and went, a little viral, right? 123. I've had an 80,000 view. Yesterday's video is going to look like it's going to get 50, 60,000. Like, it's such a trip, y'all. Like, I was stuck. Like, don't get me wrong, I was stuck at 50 views for the longest, y'all. For a long time, for years, I was stuck at 50 views. But like this last plateau I hit, I've been stuck at like, between 12,000 views and 20,000 views with the occasional 30,000 view. Like I've been stuck there for, pretty much all year this year. I was stuck there. And it's just, it's a trip, and it's so nice to see, you just start breaking through levels. Like now I'm hoping I'm done with that 10, 15, 20,000 views, and I'm up in the 30 to 50,000 views, 60,000 views every video. You're like, you just grow, y'all. You just grow. Like the key to YouTube, the first key to YouTube is consistency. But once you get to a certain level, consistency can only take you so far. YouTube is a secret, y'all. There is secret things to do with your description. There is secret things to do with tags. There is secret things to do with your title. There is secret things to do with your thumbnail. Like that I didn't know along the way, right? You know how I learned? How you guys can learn if you're trying to get into this? ChatGPT. ChatGPT has taken me to the next level, y'all. Just asking it questions with YouTube, having it make me descriptions, having it make me tags, having it make me, giving me ideas for titles. Like ChatGPT, I'm telling you guys, if you guys are in this game, even on TikTok, you can get a, what tags should I use with TikTok if my channel is about this, and it'll tell you the tags to use. And believe it or not, like it works. Sometimes it doesn't work, but you just keep messing with it. ChatGPT, y'all. I'm telling you guys, if you're in this game or wanting to get in this game, it starts with consistency. You start doing it daily. First day you got 5 views. Next day you got 5. Next thing you know, you got 10, 15, 20, 50, 100. It just starts growing, y'all, with consistency. But once you get to a certain level, you got to start unlocking these secrets. And Segovia is the type to give you guys that secrets. I don't hide it. I've reached out to big content creators. They respond to every comment but mine, y'all. And it's very hard to, now that I'm learning how I get a lot of comments, it's hard to respond to every comment. So I tell you guys got any questions, email me. Keep my email down below, right? But ChatGPT, y'all. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Baby's asleep. I got baby duty. Mama bear is gonna start taking some time off tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get in a routine, y'all. Wake up early, start doing my TikTok, start taking it real serious, y'all, now that I have the extra amount of time, because it's kind of hard with the baby. I gotta wait till he's asleep, and then I gotta edit when he takes his next nap. So, but Segovia's gonna get out of here, y'all. I'll get more into it tomorrow. Kind of a long rant to end the video. This is Segovia signing out of the man cave. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Later.